Namaste, welcome to yoga class. My name is Lindsay McDougall and I'll be your teacher today as we go through the poses to get to Vashistasana and pigeon and some really nice sequencing so that we can strengthen our bodies, our minds, calm our nervous system, and have a wonderful day. So I'm really excited that you're joining me. For our practice today, we'll need a block, a blanket, and a strap. And we're going to start on our backs with the strap. So you can choose to pad yourself with the blanket underneath of you. And just another note that I'm working on the sound for these videos, and eventually the visual will be better. But for now, leave me a comment, let me know how you enjoyed this, and I look forward to teaching. So let's get started on our back. So finding a comfortable place on our back, and have the strap handy. We'll just need one end. We're going to just do, you don't need to loop it or anything, so we're just going to hold it with our two hands. So just have it by you. So before we get started, just take a moment to lie back in Shavasana and feel the floor supporting you. Notice the breath as you inhale through the nose, tip of the tongue behind the upper palate of the front teeth. Exhaling everything out, creating that straw-like sound of Ujjayi breath in the back of the throat. Begin to scan your body with your breaths here. Observing how you feel, how your body is, and really coming into the body, coming into this present moment. Really fully embodying the whole energy system. This isn't about what just happened or earlier in our day. This is about not the future and what we will do, but about right now and what we need for our body, for our practice right now. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Feeling a sense of gratitude for being cared for having a roof over your head, health in mind, body, and spirit. And when you're ready, release out of this meditation and take the two ends of your strap and lift your right leg. And then I want you to take the strap, the loop around the strap around the outside of the ankle. So notice how I'm holding it. My left hand is holding one end of the strap under the Achilles, and my right hand is holding the end of the strap that's coming up the arch of my foot. So this is, usually we do the ball of the foot, but this time I want us to do the heel with the strap wrapping around the outside of the heel. So with the outside of the heel wrapped, you're going to grab the inside of your ankle and raise the right leg. And then ground the left leg, squeeze the quad down, stretch the left heel out. Left hand can come out to the left, and then you will drop your right leg out in a stretch here. So externally rotating the right leg, hip is going down, heel is coming up. And feel the difference with the strap hold, what this does to the stretch in the leg. And really pay attention to the left abdomen coming down, the left waist coming down, the right hip scooping under. Inhale, breath up, raise the right leg. Release. Return the right leg down. Feel a difference from one side to the other. And lift the left knee. Take the strap loop to the outside of the left ankle. Left hand grabs inside the ankle and raise the left leg. Pull the abdomen in, right hand out to the side, squeeze the right quad, strong right hip, action down, and then left leg opens externally so that the left hip is moving down and the left heel is coming up. Ground the right hip, squeeze the abdomen down to scoop the lower back. And then let the heel just really extend out. Breathing into the diaphragm. And inhale back to center. Drop the strap. And give your knees a hug. Rolling from side to side. And then bring your hands underneath your knees and roll forward to back. Just a massage. Sleeping up and back. And on your third one, see if you can come all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Grab the left hand on top of the right wrist and let yourself come into a side bend over to the right. Left hips out. And notice if the left shoulder is scooping down or back. Try and keep it right in the midline. And inhale, coming back up. Switch so that the left hand comes on top of the right wrist and crescent stretch over to the left. Reach that wrist. Feel underneath the armpit, the side ribs. Good, and inhale up. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Vashistasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Tuck the tail, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, squeeze the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the knees and come to knees, chest, chin. Take a baby cobra here. Squeezing thighs together, tops of the feet down, elbows in. Reach the heart forward. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. And pedal out your dog here. We'll take some variations to help with our dog here. So first off, press with the hands, create a tent in the palms as the outer shoulders roll down and the biceps roll up. And then bring your feet in half a step so that your heels are completely touching the mat. And then lift the lower ribs, drop the head, and press the sits bones back. Good. Inhale, come forward into plank. Bring your legs out into your full extension of plank. Pull the abdomen in, low ribs in. Squeeze the thighs. And exhale back into downward facing dog. And here, take a longer stance. So bring the feet away from you about half a foot. And then press into the arms. Lengthen the back body. So you're going to feel this more on the upper body with the legs extended out. So hollow out the insides between the arm and the neck. Roll the outer shoulders down. Make the shoulder blades wide. And inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, sweep it forward to the right wrist, drop the left knee. Keep the toe in the back foot untucked as you inhale into your crescent, dropping the hips. And then exhale, bring the hands inside for lizard. You can keep the left knee down if you're level 1 or 2. Level 2, 3, lift the left knee back as you reach the arms forward. And really pull the right knee in as the left inner thigh rotates up towards the ceiling. So this is going to engage the abdomen. And then breathe through the length of the spine, getting longer and taller. Dropping the head. Good. Drop the hips. Reach with that back heel. And then left hand inside the right foot. Right hand comes up. Twisted high lunge. Or low lunge if your knee is down. And then reach the right hand to the center of the room. And come over to the outside of the left foot as you pop the right toes outside your mat. So you're going to be in a Vashistasana variation here. So hike the hips up. Strong pressure in the left outer heel and the left arm. And exhale. Come back to center, right hand down, plank pose, and vinyasa here. Find your down dog. Breathe, inhaling. And exhaling, recede the heart, lift the hips. Inhale, lift the left leg long. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. Right knee down. Sweep the arms up as you tuck the tailbone under. A slight stretch to the quad. And then exhale. Bring the hands inside the left foot and come into lizard pose. So you can can choose to raise the right knee, but I want you to keep the left leg pretty close to the left shoulder. And then the back inner leg is rotating up. Breathe and lengthen. Use your core. Try to pull together the abdomen towards the lumbar spine and the inner thigh muscles as well. And inhale, coming back. Right hand down, left hand up. Twisted high lunge. And just like we did on the outside, rock over to the outer edge of the right foot. Left toes come out. And then press the hips up. Arm comes by the ear. So this is going to feel like a stretch to the outer left hip. How's the right shoulder? Can we tuck the head of the shoulder and shoulder blade down? And revolve the chest. And exhale, take a vinyasa here. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, hop or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe the feet hips width. Take fingers to big toes. Squeeze the quads up. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, elbows wide. Uttanasana, intense pose. So really imagine the latissimus dorsi, underneath the side ribs, around the side of the back, getting wider, stronger, armpits stronger, shoulder blades going up the back while the neck lengthens and is soft. And then squeeze the quads. What does that do? Notice how that feels. Tuck the chin. Good. And inhale. Come halfway up. Slight bend to the knees. Open the arms all the way up. Tuck the tail. Lift the heart. And exhale down. Let's come into tree pose, Vashistasana. Heavy right leg. Lift the left leg and bring it to above your knee if you can. Calf or ankle, whichever feels most accessible. Those in level 3, if you want to cradle the foot and bring the heel into the navel, is a Vashistasana option here. Then as you pull the left knee open, lift the chest, and feel both sides of the sacrum growing long with the body. Open up the arms, reach towards the ceiling. And then just like we did before, could bring the hands into a clasp with the pointer finger and thumbs free. And then let the right hip come out to the side as you reach the right arm long. And come back to center. Exhale the other way. And back to center, and down, tree pose. So I lost my balance a little at the end there, but that's normal. Find your center, or Vashistasana, And exhale, bring weight into the left leg. Pull the right heel up to above or below the knee or at the ankle. Open up the right knee, drop the right hip. Feel the sides of the sacrum long behind the back, and lift the heart. When you feel steady, open up the arms and bring the fingers into a clasp. And then continue to lengthen the abdomen and press into the right heel as you let the left hip come out to the side. Side bend to the right. And find that focal point from the navel center as well. Inhale, come back to center. And just a gentle counter bend over to the left. And then coming back to center. Drop the arms, drop the leg, and shake it out. Good. So let's inhale, bring the left ankle on top of the right knee. So figure 4, and inhale back into chair posture. So a one-legged chair with the left leg on top. See if you can bring the left hip a little bit more forward. And then exhale, forward fold over the left leg. So if you want to shimmy the left heel towards the navel for more of a tighter bind here, or you can keep the figure 4 and forward fold it from the waist as you straighten the right leg. Internal rotation of the left leg. And inhale, come up to chair. Drop into your chair, and exhale back to standing. Let's take this to the other side. I'll show you from the front. So then this time left leg ankle comes over the knee. Sink the hips. Level 3, you're going to bring the heel to the navel and drop the knee there. Coming into chair posture. Wherever you are, whichever level you are, make sure the left hip is coming forward a little bit as you're feeling and bending into that left glute. Lengthen the chest, look between the hands. Exhale, drop the arms slowly, bend from the waist, and then lift the hips, lengthening the left leg. Drop the head. Strong quads, internal rotation of the left leg. And inhaling, sweep the arms up, look forward, drop back into chair again, and then coming all the way up. Good. So now we're all balanced out, one side to the next. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Take a moment in upward facing dog. Drop the knees, bring the balls of the feet together, and squeeze the thighs, and then lift the waist forward, rolling the shoulders back. Reach from the heart, open collarbone, last breath, and exhale, back to down dog. If you need to drop your knees before going back to down dog, go ahead. Inhale, lift the right leg, sweep it forward to the right wrist, Drop the left knee and point the right toe as you come into Ardha Hastasana. So try and ground the toe of the right leg. So you're going to feel that stretch along the shin, hips back. Use your hands to brace yourself and lift the chest forward. Good. Inhale, drop the hips, sweep the arms up. And exhale, right elbow to right knee. And see if you can grab your back foot to come into a quad stretch here. So actually, let me change it a little bit. So drop the hands, left hand down, right hand comes around and grabs the outside of the right foot, of the left foot that is. So quad stretch on the left side, pull the heel into the glute. And just try and lift the chest as the shoulders roll down. If you're looking back at your foot or forward. And exhale. Come back into Ardha Hastasana, lift the right leg so that the toes come up. Good. And then hands inside the right foot, come up to the prep for side angle. Bring the right knee into the right shoulder. Drop the left foot heel to the right and side angle. Sweep the arm up by the ear, going towards the front of the room. And then press the inner knee against the outer tricep or shoulder. Good. How's the hips? Are they coming out to the right too much? Try and pull them in towards the left heel. And exhale, left hand down. Come to plank pose. And then drop the heels to the left. Stack them. Open up the right arm. Vashistasana version 1. If you're level 1, you want to bring the left knee down. That's good. Level 1, 2, traditional Vashistasana. Level 3, you can bring the heel in tree to the inner leg. Exhale, come back to plank, and take your vinyasa here. Good. Find your down dog. Shorten your stance if you need to. Breathe into the back body and the back waist. Squeeze inner thighs back and up. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift the left leg. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. Drop the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Drop the hips. Exhale, right hand down, left hand back. Grab the right leg on the outside of the foot and pull that heel in. So if you need the strap, go ahead. Another variation is to untuck the back toes and reach back with both hands. Hips and shoulders squared to the front. But wherever you are, I just really want to get that quad loose. And then lengthen the chest towards the front of the room as you pull the heel in. And exhale, drop the hips back, point the toe. Ardha Hastasana. Ardha Hanumanasana. Press the ball of the big toe down, lengthen the front of the left leg. Reach to a lifted plank. And come into, drop the heels over to the right, lift the left leg, Vashistasana on the right. So you can, level 1, drop the right knee, level 1, 2, stack the feet, level 3 can come into a tree posture here. Exhale, come into plank, and I realize I messed the sequencing, so bring the left foot up again, and bring the left hand inside the left foot, drop the right leg so that you're getting ready for side angle, left knee, left shoulder, right arm comes by the ear. Just a visit here in this type of side angle. Make sure the hips are not over to the left too far. Tuck the tail, reach the chest forward. Good, exhale, right hand down, drop the right knee. Ardha Hanuman, lift the left heel, toes up, look up. Good, and exhale, plank pose. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Now inhale, come forward to plank. Drop the heels over to the right, stack the feet. Inhale, Vashistasana. So if you took the right knee down this time, try stacking the heels, lifting the hips. And for those who did stacking heels, bring the left heel in for tree pose. And those who want to go ahead and take the yogi toe hold and come into full Vashistasana. Again, remembering the beginning posture with our strap, left hip tucked under. And coming back to plank. Drop the knees, child's pose. Take a breath here. Roll outer shoulders down, lengthen the chest, hips and heels back. Inhale, come forward into plank. Drop the heels to the left and take your next level of Vashistasana. Leveling up here. You want to experiment with taking the yogi toe hold. Bring the heel out forward before you bring it up so that the right hip comes under. And exhale, back to plank, take a vinyasa here. Good, inhale the right leg back, sweep it to the right wrist, left foot down, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Bring the hands behind the hips, looking over that right knee, bend the right knee, squeeze the forearms together, lift the chest, and open up the collarbones. See if you can bring the chest to the chin and the chin to the chest. And release warrior 2 arms. Reverse your warrior. And exhale, triangle pose. Bring the left foot in and right hip back. Lengthen the right arm by your ear as you hinge forward and place it down on a block or your shin, and revolve the left ribs, right ribs under, and then squeeze, pull everything up the legs. Outer legs in, abdomen engaged. And exhale, left hand down. Pull the left heel up forward to pyramid pose. Inhale, hands on the shin, lengthen the chest. Exhale, squeeze the quads, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze the quads. Really getting into that right quad, right calf. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Hips back, shoulders forward and away, and exhale. Forward fold, bring the face to rest inside the right knee. And then inhale, bring the left leg up into Warrior 3 prep. Hands on the hips, and then come halfway, look forward, Warrior 3. You can keep your hands on the hips here, or behind you, or cactus arms. And then sweep the left leg forward as you come to standing, bring it all the way up, grab the knee, give the knee a squeeze, and then from here, if you'd like to take the right hand opposite the left heel, left arm back, so you're grabbing that outside of the left leg, and then press the heel away, looking behind you. Otherwise, just keep holding onto the knee, and maybe just gently look behind you, the left arm extended. Good. And exhale back to Warrior 2. Big step back, and take a vinyasa here. Nice 2 long breaths here in your down dog. Grounding evenly on the hands and feet. Good. Left leg lifts. Thumbs forward to the left wrist. Warrior 1, back heel down. Keep that left knee bent as you open it to Warrior 2. And then legs are exactly the same. Just take the arms behind the hips, grab the forearms together in a clasp. Maybe clasp it the awkward way. Widen the shoulder heads and look over that left shoulder. So just notice what this does when we really free the collarbone. And don't forget to pull the low ribs in as you lengthen. Release the arms, Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Bring the right foot, inner foot. Left hand, left arm by the ear. Come into triangle here. Squeeze outer hips in and up. Tuck the tail. Revolve the chest to the right arm. Shoulder blades down the back. Anchoring the thighs. Good. And then bring the right hand down. Square the hips to the front of the mat. Pull the right foot in a little more pyramid pose. Hands on the shin. Lift the chest, lengthen. And exhale. Why do I always say squeeze the thighs? Because that really helps us to get into the hamstrings. Keeps our hips safe. Inhale, kneecaps lift, look forward. Abdomen lifts. Exhale, see if you can lengthen a little bit more. Inhale, keep the chin tucked, raise the chest forward. And exhale once more. Good. Inhale, come halfway. Bring the hands on the hips. Bend the left knee. Raise the right, warrior three. Inner thighs back and up. Lift the abdomen, shoot the arms out behind you, or keep them on the hips, however you're ready. And then you know where we're going from here. Sweep the right knee forward and up. Grab hold of that right knee. Give it a squeeze. Maybe left hand stays on the knee, right arm goes back. If you'd like to bring that left hand to the outside of the right foot, there's another level to challenge you. And then inner thighs back and down as you look behind you. Good. Exhale, look forward. Drop the hold that you have. Sweep that right leg back, super back step. Warrior two. And exhale, plank, and take your vinyasa. Looking forward, rolling the shoulders back, pulling the abdomen up, warrior, downward dog. Good. Inhale, come forward into plank. And exhale, come back into downward dog. Reaching the inner thighs back. Inhale, come forward to plank. And then drop the heels over to the right. Vashistasana again on the right. And this time, if you didn't do it before, just take a yogi toe hold to your toe. Press the heel out in front of you, just like we did standing. Left hip is scooped under. And then press into the heel of the hand and the outer edge of the right leg. And gently raise the heel into Vashistasana. So take what you can. Once you find that, take the foot forward towards the front of your mat. Drop the back knee, and let's come into pigeon prep here. So bend the left knee by the wrist, and untuck the back toes, lift the chest. Use the hands to lengthen the front body. Tailbone is down, and the pelvis points are scooping up. The hip points are scooping up. Good. Drop the back knee, walk the hands out. Find your pigeon here. If you need to bend the back knee to come onto the outside of your left hip, take what you need to. Any pain or discomfort in your knees, you're going to need to pull the heel in towards your groin or roll onto the outside of the hip. And that'll keep the knee safe. Last breath. And exhale, walk the hands up and roll to the outside of the left hip, but keep the right leg straight behind you. And then we'll come into a Janu Shirshasana on the right. So left heel comes to the inside of the right leg, right hand reaches to the outside of the right foot, left hand comes over and reaches to, and then really press into that right heel as you come into this Janu variation. Try and find that weight, the lift and the circumference around the waist. Left hip can come up, but try and press it down just for that additional length through the left waist. Good, and exhale, walk the hands around to the front again. Come into plank pose and downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa here. Plug the outer shoulders in, lift the low ribs, lengthen the hips back, and come forward into plank. Squeeze the thighs, pull the low abdomen in again, activate the core, look forward. Exhale back to down dog. Good, inhale, come to plank. Drop the heels over to the left. Find your Vashistasana on the left. If you want to experiment and just take the yogi toe hold, shoot the heel out in front, and then up, keeping the hips scooped. Hold for 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Pull that knee towards the front of the mat, right hand down, knee down, pigeon prep here. So going straight from Vashistasana to a pigeon prep, squaring off to the front of the mat, untuck the back toes, lift the knee, scoop the tailbone in, lift the hip points, and use the hands to evenly distribute the weight. And then exhale, drop the back knee, lengthen the abdomen over inside of the right leg. And you can keep that back leg straight behind you, or if you need to bend the knee and roll slightly to the right, that's also an option. Of course, padding can help underneath the bum if you know that helps you. I meant to mention that on the other side. But always keeping in mind how we feel and what our body's telling us. And using our breath to gain more insight into the pose. Let the forehead be heavy. Take another breath here. Exhale, walk the hands up, roll onto the outer right hip, and make your hands sway over to the left foot as you bring the right heel against the left inner thigh. Left hand comes up to grab the pinky toe side of the foot for Janu Shirshasana. Right arm comes up and over in the side bend. And then you can, just like we did in Vashistasana and tree, really dig that heel into the inner thigh to work the bend. It's okay if the right hip comes up a little bit. You might experiment letting it come up and then pressing the right sits bone down to see how that feels on the waist and hips region. Good. And then exhale, come gently up. And bring the left foot in and stack the knees in cow face pose. So left knee on top of right. Sometimes I like to press the knees till they're on top of one another. And then the feet are faced open behind. And then we'll take opposite elbows if that feels good. Or if you have your strap and you want to bring the left arm up, touch the top of your shoulder, right elbow bends behind the waist and grabs the strap or your hand. And then whatever arm posture you have, whether it's opposite elbows or the grasp, gently pitch the weight forward, moving the sits bones back, and keeping that long line of the column through the neck to the top of the head. And then you're definitely feeling this in the outer hips and glutes. See if you can lengthen the pelvis and pubis back as you lift the chest longer. Good. Exhaling, coming out, unwind, undo the arms, and bring the left leg underneath now. Right knee on top. You can shimmy with your outer heels, the knees together. I notice I'm less flexible on this side. All good. Inhale, press the insides of the feet down, and then take your the opposite arm hold. So arms grabbing elbows, opposite elbows grab the funky way. If you have a strap, place it on top of your shoulder, right elbow bends up, touch the top of the shoulder, left hand comes behind the waist, and you slowly move to take the grasp. Make sure the right outer shoulder is coming forward, and then press the hips down, lengthen the chest forward, keeping the chin tucked, and find that vertebral column. Using our core to lengthen the hips back and create more space in the rib cage so that the arms don't have to take as much of the stretch. Breathing into the back body. Come a little more forward. And exhale, coming up. Undo the arms. Good. And then heels out wide in a straddle. And you can have a block for your head. Bring it to the middle between the heels. And then lengthen the chest up, and then exhale, walk your forearms out, and then rest your head on top of the block or more than one block. And then don't forget about the legs, so press the heels out, lift the kneecaps, and let that lift of the kneecaps activate the back body and the the pelvis where it meets the sacrum, so that the sacrum is pressing down and then the waist and rib cage are getting longer. Notice what a posture like this with the forehead down, it's like allowing all those thoughts to escape, just taking a weight off of the mind. Weight off the shoulders. Deepening the breath. You can stay in this posture for another minute or two, or come back into Shavasana through Happy Baby. So bringing the hands inside the knees to bend the knees, roll back onto the back, and take any Happy Baby posture. We have a couple minutes if you want to do a bridge or shoulder stand. Or this might be a nice time to simply bring it all home into Shavasana and give yourself a little extra meditation time. And just letting the legs be soft, letting there be a soft curve to the back. Roll the shoulder blades underneath the chest. And finding yourself with closed eyes, back of the head heavy. Making our way into Shavasana. Let this be a time of feeling into the body, the posture of the body, letting the breath recede into the chest, letting the facial muscles, the neck and head be soft and lifeless, like everything's being withdrawn down into the body. So as we take this time to rewire and restructure our nervous system and create new neural pathways of flexibility, strength, ease, we become more aware of our power and our potency as yogis, as individuals. Breathing into more spaciousness within. And staying here for a few more minutes as we wrap this to a close. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Namaste.